Welcome to the Primary Odors channel. In an earlier video, I presented mixtures of aromas to try to link primary odors to proteins in the nose. These proteins, called receptors, detect smells by binding to some molecules more than others, forming patterns that identify each odor. Most of these receptors are called OR, followed by a number, a letter, and then another number. According to the theory of primary odors, each receptor should contribute a specific quality, like floral, waxy, fruity, sweet, minty, etc., to the smells we perceive. A receptor that has detected an odor is said to be active, or it is in an active state. An aroma compound that activates a receptor is an agonist. I made mixtures of agonists for individual receptors, target receptors, then described the smells of the mixtures. The idea was, together, the compounds should all add up their effects on the target and activate it more than any other receptor. Whatever aroma note is strongest in the mixture would be that receptor's primary odor, so long as every ingredient by itself also has that note in its smell. Now I'm going to test my assumption by analyzing each agonist mixture for all receptors known to detect its ingredients. If the target receptor comes out on top, then the agonist mixture is a success. The first receptor we'll be looking at is OR1A1. As we can see, the target is at the top of the list, although another receptor, OR2W1, is a close second. The others are far enough behind. This mixture smells honey-like and vaguely citrus, so it is reasonable to assign such a note to OR1A1, keeping in mind that the mixture does not smell purely like 1A1. Next we have OR1A2. This is most certainly not a successful agonist mixture. In fact, we can see that it starts with the same 4 receptors as the previous mixture did, in the same sequence and almost the same proportions. We also see that all of the 1A2 agonists are also 1A1 agonists. So, unfortunately, we can't assign a note to 1A2 except tentatively. Next we have OR1G1. Here we see that the target is far ahead of all the others. This is a very successful agonist mixture, possibly the best one of them all. And it smells delightful too. This experiment adds to existing evidence that 1G1 is a waxy smell receptor. Now here's OR2B11. The target is at the top of the list, meaning this is another success. 1G1 is a close second, and indeed, the mixture does have a strong waxiness. In third place is 5P3, and again, its assigned note is noticeable in the mixture. This experiment offers evidence that 2B11 is responsible for a sort of orange-brown, warm, bold, autumn spicy note, which I have named zingerangic. And finally, OR5P3. This was the super unpleasant one. This is a successful mixture as well. The second, third, and fourth receptors are activated, each a little more than half as strongly as the target. We have to be careful with the exact aroma character that we assign here. But it looks like 5P3 encodes a note somewhere in the vicinity of burning oil, dried hay, patchouli, celery, acrid, burnt. I'm keeping my merulinesic note assigned to 5P3. That's all for this video. but I still have many more agonist mixtures to talk about another time. While this technique may or may not one day let us assign notes to all 400 plus receptors, it certainly clarifies the effects of the better known receptors and some of the more familiar odors. I hope this has been informative. Thank you for watching.